I'm Dr. Surendra Kumar, Professor, School of Management, Babu Banarsidass University, Lucknow. Today, in this session, we will deal with the strategy implementation through values and ethics in a organization. Before going through this strategy implementation, because we know what is strategy, how we have to implement, we know various types of strategy which is to be implemented in the organization. So, what is the role of values and ethics? So, before going through, we should know about what is value, what is ethics. Values is basically personal values. Refers to a conception of what an individual or a group regards as desirable. A value is a view of life. View of life. It's a view of life and a judgment of what is desirable, which is very much a part of a person's personality and a group's moral. Personal values are embedded from parents, teachers and elders, and as an individual grows, values are adopted and refined in the light of new knowledge and experience. The view of life by the values, by the knowledge, traditions, a lot of things is studied. So, if we have to look after in the terms of the organization, so within the organization, values are implemented by the founder entrepreneur. Values are implemented from founder entrepreneur. Who have started this thing? Founder entrepreneur. Founder entrepreneur. Or if the formal entrepreneur is not be there, then dominant chief executive. And these remain in some for a long time after that person is not there. This is basically the values. Now, what is ethics? Ethics is the discipline of management studies. Discipline of management studies. Discipline of management studies. Management studies. Business ethics is the study of how personal moral norms apply to activities and goals of a commercial entrepreneur. Our basically the management business ethics, how we have to implement. It is not a separate moral standard, very clear, but the study of how the business context poses its own unique problems for the moral person who act as the agent of this system. This is generally the theory concept is to be there. But whenever we have to come down on the values of the ethics, on the practically, business ethics operates as a system of values and is concerned primarily with the relationship of business goals and techniques to specifically human needs. Clear? So, ethics is concerned with viewing the need and aspiration of individuals not merely as individual but as a part of the society. So, this is the one. So, that means realization of the personal dignity of human beings is known as basically the ethics, and by the values of the ethics we have to do it. Now, why we have to implement these things? Why we need other values and ethics in the terms of the strategy implementation? Because both the twin issues of values and business ethics have come to occupy the center stage of management. Later, maybe initially you have developed certain concept. You have started the vision of that company, so you have developed these things. So, in the international organizations such as World Bank, Indian mutual funds are concerned about the whether their aid provided by them is used for the intended purpose or not. Basically, you are take up some money, some value, some people are also associated with that. So maybe possible. Initially, you have taken a very good vision was there. Then after you have to do the very strange things is to be taken place. But as the things go on, your value will changed, and now you think you should take up some earn. Then the ethical values is to be downside is to be there. So if we have to think of, because I will just discuss, but the main thing is to be there. Whatever the values, whatever the culture, whatever the tradition is to be there, we should know the types of values also, because every person who are in the institution or outside of the institution, they have certain values. This is the certain values, maybe the concept taking place, some terminal values also, some physical values also, because whatever the concept, whatever the tradition, whatever the knowledge is to be there, we should take care accordingly, because in the values something is terminal values, old is terminal, and second is instrumental. So both the values create the value system toward the side of the institutions, and in the institution we have to implement by the means of the strategy implementations. So if we have taken the terminal values are comfortable life, sense of accomplishment, family security. These are the values which is to be terminal values. Then social recognition, mature love, self-respect, wisdom, exciting lives, true friendships, a word of peace. These are the certain things. A word of beauty, inner harmony, happiness, equality. This type of things is to be there. So in this, whatever the values, whatever the clause is to be there, and if this type of values we have, so what is the, how we can increase, how we can decorate our terminal values, because then only we can apply these values and ethics in the terms of the organization development. So whatever, if instrumental, something decorative formations, we have the will, but here in the instrumental we have to put down certain things like ambitious. Then we should be very clean image should be taking place. Then capable, forwardings, then magnetives, then self-controlled. This type of things is to be instrumental values. And we have been already discussed that values and ethics both, because values is coming from our parents, our dignities to be. Because if what are the sources? The sources is family factors, social factors, personal factors, cultural factors, or life experiences, role, religious factors. This is the problem. So is there any business role, business values, business traditions, this to be really played on? Because if our values, our traditions is not as per the standard, whether we can say that this thing can be really appreciated in that way? Because values and ethics, अगर आपने गीता पढ़ी होगी, भगवत गीता, सर्टेन वहाँ पे कुछ जैसे फॉर्मूलास दिए जाते हैं, कभी कभी हम लोग कभी कभी किसी सिद्धांत को भी लेते हैं. तो वन थिंग वाज देयर दैट धर्म क्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे संवेता युग सभा मामका पांडवाश्य किम कुरुत संजय. इफ यू हैव टू लिसन डाउन दिस थिंग्स, धर्म क्षेत्र कुरुक्षेत्र है, अंग्रेजी बहुत है, ऐसे ही कई चीजें और उन्होंने बताई. लोग कहते हैं हमें कमाना है, बहुत पैसा कमाना है, इतना कमाना है, हमारी पीढ़ियों तक वो चीजें आनी है, हमें कभी पैसे की मतलब कमी ना पड़े, ये सब. बट फॉर व्हाट? ट्रेडिशंस एंड वैल्यूज, एथिक्स एंड कल्चर. एथिक्स कहता है नैनम छिंदन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनम धन्ति पावका. नैनम क्लोजन पाणो न शोषति मारुता। मतलब हम सबके अंदर एक आत्मा है जिसे ना कोई मार सकता है ना कोई जला सकता है। तो अगर ऐसी है और शरीर जन्म लेता है बार बार, आत्मा अजर अमर है, ये जो ट्रेडिशंस ने बताया। सो वट एवर द वैल्यूज, वट एवर द कल्चर, वट एवर द एथिक्स वी आर इम्प्लीमेंटेड, it is a very important task is to be there in the human system, human values. So if we have to look after the Indian scenarios, there are significant social, cultural, political, technological and economical factors affecting the state of personal values and business ethics in the present industry manuals. Really, corporate governance has attracted worldwide attention as a means to introduce ethical behavior in business. Corporate culture, corporate ethics. Government of India implemented various rules to be there, corporate social responsibility, CSR, due to this reason only. Corporate responsibility. According to CII, corporate governance deals with laws, procedure, practices and implement rules that determine a company's ability to take managerial decisions. Any type of claims to be there, we have to implement plan, in particulars for shareholders, for stakeholders and their employees to be. So in this corporate ethics, if CSR or the corporate governance policies should be implemented as per the government norms. Government norms. What is to be there? The corporate governance. Because corporate governance is nowadays plays a vital role in this, and in certain times a typical dilemma faced by the strategic managers is to somehow reconcile the pragmatic demands of work to an ethical framework. This is the main. If day by day government of India, they have developed this type of concepts to be there. Like if you have to look at एक सिंपल मिल्क का पैकेट सबके आता होगा, आप उसमें देखिए, उसमें बाकी सब चीजें तो लिखी होंगी, कहां से प्रोडक्शन होता है, कितनी कॉस्टिंग होगी, एक चीज लिखा होता है यूज्ड अप टू, एक डेट कि आप इस तक यूज कर लीजिए और इन द स्टैंडर्ड कंडीशंस वाज देयर। व्हाई? बिकॉज कोई भी एक्ट कैसा भी प्रोडक्ट हो, कभी ना कभी उसकी डिक्लाइनिंग स्टेज होगी और कभी ना कभी वो डिके हो जाएगा, खराब हो जाएगा। तो किसी भी प्रोडक्ट, किसी भी वैल्यूज, किसी भी फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री, किसी भी ह्यूमन बींग्स ऑल्सो, सब whatever. So the values and ethics as per the company norms, we have to mention that particular segment is to be there. So whatever the values, whatever the traditions, what they say. So in the personal values and ethics are especially important for strategies, as they are custodian of immense economic power vested in business organization by the society. And besides this, because what they study we should follow, the position of personal values by strategists is good, but the important issue is whether it is right to let them affect the consideration of the strategy formulation and implementations. So if I am a businessman, should we apply various values and ethics in the business? Someone say yes, someone say no. I'm just asking relevant questions to you there. Can strategists prevent their personal values? If I'm a business manager, can I implement the personal values affecting strategy formulation and implementation? बताइए, हमें कुछ भी करने से पहले अपनी पर्सनल वैल्यूज को अपनी स्ट्रेटजी और उसके फॉर्मुलेशन इंप्लीमेंटेशन में जोड़ना चाहिए या नहीं? It's depend on system to system, organization to organization, but as per the company norms and the corporate governance, we should follow not the personal values, but we should follow the values which is known as the corporate values, and the corporate ethics we should implement in the corporate dossiers and the mandatory disclosures in that. So, executive in charge of the company destines do not look exclusively to what a company might or can do. They sometimes seem heavily influenced by what they personally want to do. This is the main thing. Sometimes they just put down their values and ethics outside and do whatever the top management or they want in the institutions to be there. So it should not be like that. Because for the strategy implementation, whatever the application life cycle was there, we have to use it, that type of system by which really our strategy should work. So now, in this values and ethics comes down now. So values and ethics and strategy. How? There has to be right connection between value, ethics and strategy. Right? Then, it is imperative that strategists take strategic decisions not only on the basis of purely economical reasons, but also consider values and ethical part of that. So, business ethics has traditionally been considered to integrate core values such as honesty, trust, respect and fairness into strategic management. Once again, honesty, then what I told, trust, then respect, then fairness. What does it mean? Honesty in what terms? Whatever we are doing, whatever we have done, whatever we are already considering the things to be there, we should be very honest to our surroundings. If people are associated with us, if you have taken any merger, any acquisition, if you have taken any type of strategic formulation, we should inform to our team members, our person, now we are doing these things and you should be ready for this. Even we should take up the trust values. If any strategic decision you are taking, you should take up the trustworthy to others also. They should take up their trustiness on yours. Then you give respect to your employees as well as your superiors as well as your subordinate. Because every man has certain values. That's why they are in the institutions. So in the respect, we have to take care of the strategic manager, because at certain time we take a lot of strategic decisions due to the company's need and values to it. For stagnation, because we have already know about the product life cycle and the company's life cycle was there, in which certain thing declining phase, in the declining phase certain action can be taken place. Even this, if you have to look after in the COVID positions earlier, in the COVID and Government of India take up a lot of measures to be taken place. So, because they have given the respect towards the side of their professional achievement. And whatever we are doing, we should be very fair. Otherwise, fair means we should give a clear-cut idea of that. So, whatever the strategy, whatever the values is to be, whatever the ethical process is to be kept here, we should be very, very clear-cut. And a significant change is occurring in considering business ethics as central or managing organizations. And companies are formulating value-based strategy. Value-based. Globally consistent codes for ethical understanding and appropriate decision making at all levels as they face immense external challenges nowadays. So there should be a clear-cut idea, there should be a clear-cut values, there should be a clear-cut justification of that. Otherwise, what happens? If we are not showing that, like an example, at the productive phase, if you launch a company like public limited company, you have to float your shares in the market, and someone has purchased your shares, they have to be part of that also. But you are doing business good, well, sufficient, in a growth phase is already there, but you are not ready to give down their dividend of what. So government of India, they have to put down certain SEBI like structure has to be there, because every industry, if they have to use it, these norms, so they should give proper implications of that norm by the mandatory disclosures. Even corporate social responsibility like that was there. In this, you have to put down. Even Gita, Mahabharata, Bible, Quran, whatever the treatises was there, they have to show this thing, this type of values is to be there, in which we have taken these things. So, in this values and whatever the system, whether it's a new organization, whether it's an old organization, whether it's a parent organization, whether it's a sister organization, whatever, so we should take care in every moment, because values and traditions, strategy implementation is totally based on this. This is very vast topic, because if we are not fair on the basis of strategy implementation, if we study that we have to retrench the people, so clearly you could show down why this process is to be taken care. If we have to put down a 360-degree personal performance appraisal, so you should show that why this thing is to be there. Earlier, I've seen a movie was there, movie देखा था, उसमें ओनर डेवलपमेंट चाहता है, लेकिन वो डेवलपमेंट क्या चाहता है ये लोगों को उसने बताया नहीं. He just put on the computerization in all the sections, और जो कंप्यूटर जो टाइपिंग करते थे उनके मन में यह आ गया कि लाओ कंप्यूटर आ रहा है तो शायद उनकी नौकरी चली जाए. Now, the principle of HR is the right person at the right place at the right time at the right values, and our ethical values show भाई किसी भी तरह कोई ऐसा काम ना करे कि किसी आदमी की रोजी रोटी चली जाए. ये हमारे इथिक्स कहते हैं, इथिकल वैल्यूज, हमारे पुराने ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यूज में से, कि अगर हम किसी को जिंदगी दे नहीं सकते तो उसे मार भी नहीं सकते. दूसरा, रोटी देने वाला सबसे बड़ा पुण्य का काम है. एज मच एज पॉसिबल वी कैन डू दैट. नाउ दैट मूवीज तो a lot of stress is to be shown in that movies to be there, but if as per the mandatory disclosure nowadays to be there, if we are doing this type of process, we should take up the confidence from that employees. Now we are sending you on a training session for computerization process. All of you are safe, don't worry, we will take up phase by phase to send you trainings, and after this your efficiency will be increased. Confusion will be changed, because they have increased their respect also towards the side of yours, because you have given a clear-cut skill development tools to that employees. Because nowadays is a very tough गला काट जिसको कहते हैं, गला काट स्पर्धा चल रही है. डे बाय डे लोग एक दूसरे से आगे बढ़ने के लिए किसी को किसी भी लेवल पे गिरा देना चाहते हैं. So whatever the strategy we have to implement, we should take up all the values, all the values, traditions to it. Otherwise, what happens to it? Our business, our society, we are running the business in the society, and each and everything, whatever, if any employees are associated with us, they are totally fair of us, and we have to look after. And it's to be taken कि हमें सबको साथ लेके चलना पड़ेगा, otherwise we cannot develop a good organization culture. So we are even, it's not possible to do the work in alone. So for the alone purpose, we have to do. Alone may be possible if you are running only a single clinic, just to give the prescription, then you can run all the things. But if you want to give the medicine, you have to, if you have a clinician, so again you need some persons to be there. Then cleanliness is to be there. हर काम आप अकेले नहीं कर सकते. For that you need the persons to be society. So in this strategy implementation from values and ethics, we should practice explicit rules and manage decision making by views of the shareholders, creditors, and the stake of employees to be there. If we are not implemented these things, so we cannot sit down, we will run in a very efficient manner. So whatever the norms, whatever the positions, whatever the values, every strategy is good, nice, isn't it? But how we have to implement? जैसे कहते हैं कि पार्ले जी सबके लिए बहुत अच्छा है, बिस्कुट कोई, लेकिन सबके लिए तो जिसको हाई शुगर उसको भी पार्ले जी खिला दें, Maybe, may not be. I'm not criticizing, I'm not telling. But may be possible वो चीज उसके लिए अच्छी नहीं हो. Same thing. In the strategic environment, strategic values, whatever the values and ethics is to be shown down by your pioneers, by your business owners, whatever the relation, we should implement step by step. And we should follow certain values and strategy in the means of the strategy. And the final things is to be there, whatever the things, because significant change is occurring in considering businesses as a center to managing organization. So organization cannot be managed without proper business ethics and values. So ethics and values should be taken in a very appropriate decision making processes at all levels with immense external challenges. If the challenges is like that, definitely we will achieve the success of that. So in this today's scenario, we have seen that whatever the values and ethics applied, may be applied in the duration, we have played a really in need of that in today's business scenario. So this is the overall values and ethics of the implementation process. So whatever the values and ethics toward the side of your organization, it should be properly monitored and implemented as per the norms of the authorities. Even values and ethics is like a pillar of the institution, so we should give respect to them. With organization life cycle, that is organization life cycle. Basically, in the organization life cycle, nothing is to be very practical to you, whatever so, because organization go through predictable pattern of growth and development. Growth and development. As if you have to look after the human beings, human being first take up the birth, then after slowly become the kids, kids become the child, child become the adolescent, then become the young ones, then become the degradation, old age, then more old age, then become life cycle over. Same. As an organization grows, its personality, that is culture, changes. Its focus, priorities, problems, concern and complexity also change. It has been said that this life cycle is but a series of phases of evolutionary growth followed by crisis, which necessarily resolution growth of the organization and the surrounding peoples, followed by another period of evolutionary growth. So, if we have to look at, there are 4 stages in any organization. 4 stages. Everyone knows about it. This is a very common thing. Whatever so. I already told you, first is birth. Second is growth. Third is decline. And fourth is death. You have been already studied or will study the product life cycle of the marketing. Here, the most thing is like that only. So, in this, if you have to have the part of that, like that, this type. So this is basically the part of organization birth. This is. Then this is what is the, because we are related to the organization. So and this is like that. So this is basically the organization birth. This is the organization growth, when the growth phase takes place. Then organization starting the declining phase. This is the organization declining, and this is the organization death. So these are basically the 4 fundamentals life cycle of this. We will take up one by one next week. Now, in the organization birth, if we have to look after, organization are born when individual called individual who is the entrepreneur, who is the person, because like again, if I am started in a company, I am as an entrepreneur, not more. So entrepreneurs recognize and take advantage of opportunity to use their skills and competence to create values. In the organization birth, the founding of the organization is a dangerous stage of the life cycle and is associated with the greatest chance of failure. Because at the introductory phase, a lot of strategy we have to develop, a lot of changes we have to carry out. If we will not survive, just like in a childbirth, if any complexity take place in the mother's womb, the child will, the newborn baby or whatever, it will be not survive. Same thing here also. So the failure rate is high at this point. Highest percentage, HP. Highest percentage. And experience of liabilities, nuisance, dangerous, a lot of things in a very new environment has to be. So this is a very critical stage of the organization life cycle, whatever. In any company, if you have to look after your friends, if your friend father or your friends is to be already started some operations to be there, you just go through that, you just check down how a new company is to be started. Because for the new company, you should have a clear vision, clear values and other clear associations. So a new organization is fragile because it lacks a formal structure to give the value creations processes. Besides this, in organizational structure, specify in organizational activities and procedures for getting them done. Besides this, in this stage, the organizational structure emerge gradually, slow. It is step by step, upward side. And as a decision about the procedure and technology are made, should implement very gradually. Or there should be a very flexible structure at this stage. We cannot be rigid on that one. Now, what the strategy we should develop, what the strategy we should implement, what the strategy we should follow. So, for a particular developing a new ideas, new things, a lot of things can be created. Like we should take up SWOT analysis, SWOT at this point. You have been already studied the SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. We should analyze point to point, even minute to minute we have to take up these things. Then we should take up on the opportunity clause on this stage. Don't worry about the threat or whatever. But you should be take up one plan and one alternate plan is to be. Maybe possible because you have already started the business to be. And whatever the population ecology, because population ecology theories clearly explain that the rate in which organizations are born and die in a population of existing organizations. A population, so we should not be closed, will be closed or later on closed. This should not be tagged, we have to apply to. Because whatever there is industry, whatever the pollution, whatever the policies is to be there, the condition will be totally things. Now, in this organizational life cycle, how we have to survive? Because there are so many strategies related to the survival and we have taken the those. So in this survival strategy, we should take up two types of strategy. R strategy and K strategy. R strategy and K strategy. And what is R and what is K? R strategy basically enters into a new environment. First, mover advantage towards the backside. Then, which facilitates core competence and the rapid growth. कभी आपने दौड़ लगाने वाले को देखा है? जो रेस लगाते हैं, रेसर होते हैं, वो पहले क्या करते हैं? अपने को स्टैगर करते हैं, बैक साइड, बिल्कुल स्टैगर. और फिर शुरुआत करते हैं और फिर एकदम से स्पीड पकड़ लेते हैं. That is basically the racing strategies to be there. Racing, you move. Then Case strategy is basically pursued there established in other environment which are already doing the business. If you are a new entrant, you should take up the RS strategy. If you are already established, you should take up the case strategy. It's a later entrance and less uncertainties because your business is already running, so no need of research with there. The firms use skill development in other environment to competence. So if you are in a launching, you have to use it the RS strategy. If you are towards the side of that, you should take up these things. So now, this is generally, we have to use it on the basis of birth strategy. At the stage of birth in the organization development chart. Now we have to reach out on the organization growth stages to be. Organization growth. Organization growth stage of life cycle occurs as firm develop. Risk thoda sa kam because we have started the developing phases to be. Then the ability to acquire resources. Then growth increases the division of labor and specializations, leading to competence advantage, surplus resources to fund. Then new organization implement the rules and code of conduct in the institutional environment and the values and norms that govern the behavior of a population of organization we should implement on this phase. Because initially we have not right, because we should be very flexible on that. Here we can be starting with something rigid for organizations to be there. Regarding the quality, regarding the assurance, whatever so is to be. So new organization enhance lisibility and by duplicating the goals, structure and culture of other organizations. So we have to look after these things. Now, at this stage, because certain morpholism can be taken, because a lot of companies are already running on this. So in that, we have to put down certain isomorphism. Certain isomorphism. Because an organization grows and individual offers to survive organization isomorphism. The similarity among organization in a population. Because you have not started in very unique companies to be made. Because someone is doing the bakery business, you are thinking that you should start a bakery business in this area. So the similarities to be there, so isomorphisms to be. So these are basically the three things: coercive, mimetic, and normatives. Generally, coercive is comply with the norms due to pressure from other organizations and the firm societies to be there. Coercive, pressure is. Then mimetic. It occurs when firms copy one another to increase legitimacy to be. And the third thing is normative. It occurs when organization becomes similar by indirectly adopting the norms and values of the others. If you are already in business, you should take up the normative types. If you want to increase your businesses to be there, then you have to take up the mimetic. Then if you want to enter in the business, you should take up the coercive businesses to be like that. So now, how this growth can be achieved? Because in the growth phase, you should be very, very liberal to be there. Because the growth can be carried in this strategy forms. There should be a creativity. This should be the strategic part of that. Then, by the means of the creativity, you should look after any problem can be existing in a new organization. Should you choose to take up a directive direction. Then you have already studied for together. Then we should ready for the delegation at the growth stage, because we have already launched and we have already taken the growth stage. So delegation should be at certain point only, not much more that. And then coordination. These are the basically strategies, foundation, and we have to take up the things. And then at this point, if you need any collaboration, you can go for that, because things can be ready for the declining phase later on, because after teaching the maturity, you should be decline of that. Now, we have to take up now the two things, declining and death. in the declining and death, if we have to look after, right, whatever the growth is to be there, there should be a certain point. After reaching that maturity, the things can be put on. That's why we have required the diversification will be there. At this stage, at this point, we should need some diversification strategy or some add-on things can be carried out. So, whatever. Many large companies downsizes before adopting organic structures. They think they will not die, but ultimately they will die. So, in some organization, life cycle is declining rather than growth is declining. Maybe possible, you have to reach this point, then after if you take a certain measures, this thing can be carried like that only. Like again the process will be dropped down. So, organization declining occurs when a firm fails to manage crisis in the growth rate stage to fail the adopt to pressure stage. And regardless of the time or cause, the declining stage decreases the ability to attract resources to be there. So, how we have to control this declining and the death? आप लोग बाइक स्कूटर को चलाते होंगे, अचानक कभी कभी सुबह जब आप स्टार्ट करते होंगे तो स्टार्ट नहीं लेती होगी, तो क्या करते हैं लोग? वी हैव टेकन, उसमें एक चोक का बटन होता है, थोड़ा पेट्रोल, या पहले नहीं होता था तो उसको दौड़ा करके गर्म कुछ करते थे, फिर आगे दौड़ा चलते थे. तो what this is basically the inertia. So at this point we use some inertia, extension power for the entrepreneur, for a strategic manager, for the business manager. You should know which inertia we use and what cases. Then only the strategy can be. So at this stage, there are certain inertia we can use it. This is your strategy. Risk aversion. We use these things. In an organization, growth managers may be unwilling to change. So, to protect their positions, they play off safe impulsively. So, we should be ready for these aversions like that. Then, we resolve the maximum reward system to our manpower, to our human resources. It should be implemented on these stages to be there. Then, so in this, the same thing, the thing is change management. Because you are at the maturity, you should study in the market and how the things can be carried out by the means of the change management. And change in both the processes to be internal and external, but external is not in your hand. You always take up the internal environment. Internal environment till date, from this point to that point, a lot of complexity will be come down. So there should be a fair complexity, then dynamism and the richness should be there as well as environmental factors to be there, because changes are all different. And so by chance, organization decline has been taken place. Then what we will do at the time of the organization declining organization models? Because death is decided, but we can include the death later on. Mortality can be increased. So at the time of declining, we use it, the 5 stages in the declining phases. First is blind death, second is inactions, third is faulty actions, fourth is crisis, and the fifth is dissolutions. If you have taken the blind decisions, things will be closed down. This to that. If you take up inactions at the right time, at the right place, nothing is to you. If you have taken any faulty actions, the continuity. If you take up any type of crisis we cannot maintain in that time in the change management, the thing can be carried out. So, whatever the process, whatever the crisis, whatever the solution is to be there, we should maintain all the things. Because at this stage, we should not take up any blind decisions. This is the strategy on this phase, declining phase last. Then we should not take up inaction activities like that. Then we should demand whatever the crisis should not be taken place. So in this organizational life cycle, we have seen there are 4 phases. In every phase comes down in every organizational life, and for maintaining of that life, we should take up that type of strategy by which we should maintain our life structure as per the need, as per the system, as per the requirement. So whatever the system, whatever in the organization, these things should be maintained by strategic manager, which you will become in a later on, and in the model conversion is to be there. We should maintain whatever the system is to be there in that such a manner by which the progressive growth should be take care. So this is the overall things regarding the organization life cycle.